I'm gonna look like a crazy person, but I don't care. I will stand out on the sidewalk and feed the squirrels before I go to class, and nobody can stop me. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me because I wanted to sit down with you guys and talk to you about some stuff and some things.
I'm doing stuff, Lori. Thanks.
But before we jump into it, make sure you are entered into our 20k giveaway that is going on right now. It will be running for quite some time, so you have plenty of time to enter. I will be linking that down below for you guys. Alright, so I'm just going to be going through and putting stuff on my face while I'm talking to you guys, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okie dokie, so I just hope you guys first and foremost are having a fantastic day. I forgot to get a mirror, which would make things much easier, so give me a second. Alrighty, now that we have our mirror and our can of black chalk paint to set it on, we can get started. So yes, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope you've been enjoying yourself or doing something you like. Today I have been working on getting our antique booth put together, and it's been so much fun already. I really love it. We have just about made back our rent for the month, which was $140, which is quite expensive in my world. Anything over $10 is expensive though. Like, I have to really think about any purchase over $10. So dropping $140 on a business venture that might not work out was a little bit scary, but I've been enjoying it so very much and things have been going great. I don't want to jinx it though. I don't want to just start going downhill, so hopefully it stays that way. I am very, very sorry that the ColourPop giveaway for last month has taken me so long to get up because I have been working so very hard on that like antique booth thing. I really haven't had too much time to do literally anything else, so very sorry that's late. I feel like most of you are used to it though, because for some reason I can just not stay on schedule with those. And I hope you guys are okay with this month just doing the 20k giveaway and not the ColourPop giveaway as well. I feel like running two giveaways at the same time might get a little confusing and hard to keep up with, so if it's okay with you guys, we're just going to do the 20k giveaway for this month, and then next month we'll pick back up again with the monthly giveaways. And speaking of the large 20k giveaway, I have a question to ask you guys. I told you all in my... what video was it? I told you guys, oh, in my room tour video, that I was going to be asking you all a question, and many of you guessed it right off the bat. Yes, you guys are correct. It is about the Subculture palette that I had intended on giving away in the 20k giveaway. Gosh, I'm pale. Now, what I wanted to ask you guys, because this palette is just getting so much negative reviews and feedback, is if you want me to keep it in the giveaway or you want me to return that palette and swap it out for something else. If we returned it and swapped it out, I don't know what we would swap it out for just yet. Maybe you guys can give me some like ideas of what you prefer to like swap it out for, or if you would just like to keep it in the giveaway, we can definitely do that. Now, I personally, which is strangely controversial, I personally really like the palette. I have been wearing it every day for this week. I'm going to be doing a video where I wear the palette for 7 days and show you guys like all the looks I came up with, and then show you what the palette looks like after 7 days of only using that palette. But so far I have found that I actually really like the palette. I know it has a ton of fallout and that kind of stuff, but I use such a gentle hand always anyway with my eyeshadow, just because I'm scared of like putting too much on, that I just barely like touch it in there. Touch it in there, and that's plenty of pigment to do like whatever I need to. Today throughout the Get Ready With Me, I'm going to be using these new Real Techniques brushes. These are the powder blue brushes, and these are supposed to be like faux blue squirrel hair. At first when I was reading about these brushes, I thought that they were real squirrel hair, and I about freaked out because I didn't want them to harm little squirrelies to make these. I love squirrels so much.
We will!
Like, they are my favorite animal. I know they're supposed to be like a rodent in the rodent family. I don't care. I love them. I think they're so cute. They're so fluffy. At the college I go to, the squirrels will like come up to you, like right up to you, and I'm gonna bring them like squirrel food next semester and feed them. I'm gonna look like a crazy person, but I don't care. I will stand out on the sidewalk and feed the squirrels before I go to class, and nobody can stop me. So the first brush I'm going to be using is the Powder Blue B05 Soft Kabuki brush, and this thing is gigantic. Do y'all see this? It is insanely soft. This feels what squirrels actually feel like. I need to pet a squirrel real bad. Alright, so I'm just going to use this to powder up my face, and boy oh boy if it doesn't cover a large surface area at one time. which, I mean, I really like. It makes things fast, so I like that. And sorry if I'm looking like over here, that's where I have my mirror set on top of my paint. So that's what I'm looking into. Alright, anyway, back to the 20k giveaway and the Subculture palette. I just really want to know your all's opinion because this is a giveaway for you guys. Like, my personal opinion doesn't really matter that much. I just really want to know what you guys think because this is going to be going to one of you. I would never want to give you guys something that you didn't enjoy or didn't like. I mean, I guess I could ask the winner specifically. I don't know if I'll be able to return the palette within that time though because that's, let's see, we still have like 6 days left of the giveaway and I've had the palette for a few days, so I'm sure there's like a 30-day return policy or something like that, so I don't know if I would have time to actually return it for money back, or else I would just ask the winner specifically what they would prefer. I'm just wondering for my own like curiosity, have you guys seen any videos of people who were like giving the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette a good review? I feel like every single one I've seen is a negative review. When I did my review several days ago, at that point I hadn't seen a single review. I didn't watch a single one before I made it, and I actually ended up really liking the palette. I noted the fallout, but again, I just barely tapped my brush into it, and for me, I thought it worked pretty well. I didn't even know there was controversy like surrounding the palette until I started reading your all's comments, and then I was like, oh man, did I like do something wrong, or did I give a bad review, or was I not thorough enough or something, because my review was like a little bit different than everybody else's because I actually ended up liking the palette and I have been excited to use it. So far I think I've been able to come up with different eye looks every day that I have been using it, and they've all worked out pretty well for me. There are some shadows in there that I think have a little bit more problems than others, but I don't know, I've been liking it, so I feel like I'm the only one, and I feel like people might get mad at me or something for saying I like it. This brush I'm going to use for blush is the B03 Soft Complexion brush. It's also in that same faux blue squirrel hair, and it has like a cool point here with blue on it, and the bristles are blue as well. That goes for all of these brushes. I don't know, I just feel like if I give a good review on the palette, people are going to say like, oh, you're trying to suck up to the brand or whatever. Let me just go ahead and assure you guys, I'm not trying to suck up to anybody. Anastasia Beverly Hills or Norvina, which I think is the like owner of it, they don't know I exist. They have no idea that I'm even alive on this planet. So I'm not trying to suck up to anybody. I'm just giving my honest opinions, honest thoughts about a makeup palette. I don't know, I just think YouTube's like kind of strange like that. Like if you give a really bad review of something, people will be like, oh, you're trying to get views. And if you give a really good review of something, people are like, oh, you're sucking up to a brand. Like, there's no really happy in between, I guess. It's a very strange place, this little online world we have going here. Everybody is free to their own opinions and thoughts and feelings, and I personally happen to like the Subculture palette, but you know, that's alright. Some people don't, and that is okie dokie with me. I'm going to be using this B02 soft finishing brush for my highlight, and this one looks amazing for highlight. I'm pretty excited about this. And the highlight I'm using is this little sample of Tarte Stunner. I've actually really been loving this highlight. It's one of my favorites. Gosh, I really love how like the highlight grabs onto the third eye I've been growing over here and just really like makes it stand out. Alright, I'm moving on to the eyes, and I'm going to be using the ever so infamous Subculture palette because I'm really wanting to put this thing to the test. So this little brush is super soft, and I've noticed the softer the brush that I use with this palette, the better and the less like kick up when you actually touch it to the pans of shadow. The more stiff the brush, the more it like makes it, you know, pop up in the pan. So far I have done 2 bold eye looks and 1 like kind of subtle eye look with this palette. I've liked all 3 of them, so I'm gonna do something just, I actually don't know yet. We're just gonna go ahead and dip in and try it out. So like I just want to show you guys like with this really soft light brush, just barely touching into the pan. The fallout is pretty minimum, and I picked up a ton on the brush, so I think a very light touch with a soft brush is how you're gonna have to go with this palette. Also, when I apply these shadows, you guys will probably see in my other video about this palette, I just kind of like tap them onto my eye, like pat them on and then blend them out, so that like minimizes fallout, at least in my world. I really am not a makeup artist or anything, so I don't fully know what I'm talking about, but for me this helps. So how have you guys been doing? What have you all been up to? I feel like I haven't been able to really respond to comments and things as much as I like to. I've just been so crazy busy, and it really bothers me because I absolutely love talking to you guys in the comments. So I'm really hoping like I can take maybe a couple hours this weekend and just go back and respond to like every single comment comment I've gotten that I haven't responded to, which will probably take many hours, but it's something that like I want to do because I really do miss talking to you all in the comments. And I know that with school starting back, things are gonna get crazy again, and they're just gonna stay crazy. This is my last year of grad school, which, I mean, it's only 2 years, so it's my last year, but this is going to be my thesis year. So I don't technically start my thesis, like the thesis class, until next semester, but like all the preparations and things for the thesis are gonna go down this semester, and I'm really nervous about it. I technically already know what my thesis is going to be about, or at least I think I do. I think it has to get approved first before they can actually say like, oh yeah, you're good to go. But this is a topic that I have been writing about since I was in high school, and I actually did my undergrad thesis on the same topic. So I'm really hoping that they will approve it and let me do it, because like I already have so much like information about the subject and I've already written papers about it, so it would be fantastic if I didn't have to start like anew. It's kind of a dark subject, so I don't want to like freak you guys out talking about it or anything, but what I've been writing about since I was in high school, which I had some unusual fascination with, I think it's because I watched a PBS documentary, and ever since then I was like, I need to know everything I can know about that. So I have been writing about Jim Jones and the People's Temple for a long time now, writing and researching. And I know that's a very strange subject to be interested in, but it's very fascinating to me. Basically, if you don't know what it is, it's the Kool-Aid guy. And what I mean by the Kool-Aid guy, it's the don't drink the Kool-Aid. So if you hear a movie or TV show or anything like saying, oh, you know, don't drink the Kool-Aid, or, you know, she drank the Kool-Aid, they are referring to Jim Jones and the People's Temple. I don't really want to get into it too much on here because it's not exactly family-friendly content, and I don't want to freak anybody out, or, you know, it's just not the best subject to talk about, but it's a highly fascinating subject, and what I'm really actually talking about is not what occurred, like not what the culminating end of that was. It was more the relation between the civil rights movement and the formation of the church and the cult, and how they were so very parallel. Jim Jones, the reverend of the church, basically like followed the civil rights movement and used it as a formulation to draw people into his church and into his cult, and that's what I'm focusing on. I'm not focusing on like the sad end or anything like that. It's more about like that relationship between the civil rights movement and the formation of the church. Sorry, I don't want to like bore you guys too much or anything. To me, it's a fascinating subject, but I understand that it's probably not that fascinating for other people. So yeah, but that's what I'm going to be doing my thesis on, hopefully, if they approve it. And I'm pretty excited to start writing it and things, but I know it's going to be a time killer. It's going to be my entire life for a little while, so hopefully I'll still be able to do like the videos and get those up and that kind of stuff for you guys. They might be less frequent than they currently are, but other than that, you know, I still definitely want to make time for videos and responding to comments and that kind of thing. Alright guys, really quickly I'm going to put on some eyeliner and mascara and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so eyeliner, mascara, and brows are done. I just really quickly went ahead and did my brows because that's boring stuff. People ask me a lot though what I do put in my brows, and it's just this random mineral powder right here. It looks real gross right now, but it's just a matte chocolate brown mineral powder. I'm sure any like nicely pigmented brown chocolatey eyeshadow would do the same exact thing, and then I just use a little angled brush and that's it. For lips, I'm going to use this Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lip in the shade Bow and Arrow. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look with the Subculture palette. I really like it actually. This is right up my like alley as far as colors go. I will say that All Star I think might be one of the hardest to blend in the palette. I was concerned about that from the beginning when I first watched it, because I have a really hard time with these kind of like purpley maroony shadows for some reason, but I think it did an okay job. I'll get a little closer so you guys can see. Not the best blending ever, but not, you know, the worst thing I've ever seen. Alright guys, so that is the entire get ready with me. If you made it this far, then you're just a trooper. Like, dang, good for you, because I know this is going to be a long video and I feel like I really didn't have too much to talk about. I thought I did going into it, and then I guess I just lost it. My mind just went blank. So I hope this wasn't too boring of a video, but let me know your all's opinions and thoughts about trading out the Subculture palette for something else in the 20k giveaway, or if we should just keep it. I want to do whatever it is that you guys want to do. I will tally everybody's opinions and thoughts up, or votes, and then, you know, in the next like week or so, I'll let you guys know if we're just going to keep the Subculture palette or if we are going to exchange it, and I hope you guys are okay with whatever decision is made. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. It would really mean the absolute world to me. You don't even know. I just want to say that you guys are awesome and amazing, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!